Today on air, Ike Fast.
Welcome to German Property News. We give you up-to-date news from the world of real estate market and important market trends in the real estate sector. In today's special edition, we'll give you an overview of the real estate boom in Leipzig. We are tagging along on innovative construction projects in and around Leipzig and take a look at Windorfer and Georg-Schumann-Straße. Excellent housing and a quality of life is created in a symbiosis of historic building fabric, its development, and contemporary new construction. You will also find out more about special subsidiary programs for buying a landmark protected property. Since the turn of the century, Leipzig has been advancing to become the trendiest city in central Germany. Once upon a time, Leipzig had a high international profile as German commercial and banking center. It was where German book printing was at home. Leipzig's mercantile exchanges and the unique coffee culture have attained worldwide reputation and metaphoric popularity. Back then, as today, the secret capital of the Free State of Saxony is associated with culture, with science, the economy, and trade. The cityscape is characterized still today by landmark buildings from the Wilhelminian era and modern architecture. The picturesque Auwald along the shores of the Weiße Elster, Pleiße, and Parthe rivers runs through the middle of the urban area, and it is in this form the largest inner-city nature protection area in Europe. Let's take a look now at a project of the German Property Group. It is a landmark building. The property is located in the Kleinstocher district, and it was built in the second half of the 19th century. It used to be the cigar maker's Gustav Böhme's residential and commercial building, and one of the first newly erected buildings in the street. Overall, 7 condominium apartments with sizes from around 51 to 86 square meters were built in this property. Extensive work of the facade, the historic staircase, and the existing apartments were completed with a high-quality finish. The existing ornaments and stucco pieces on the front facade were preserved wherever possible. Damaged stucco pieces were restored and professionally or reproduced true to the original. After the gutting, all floors were reconstructed according to new construction standards without neglecting the historical prevalent building elements. The foundations were sealed and reinforced. High-quality hardwood floors were laid in the apartments and then provided with electrical systems and pipework according to the latest standards. The windows were made of wood according to the requirements of the landmark office, and they have very good energy-efficient characteristics. By the extension of the top floor, additional living space was created. Historic preservation plays a large role in Germany. Germany is known around the world for its many historic buildings, which attract several millions of tourists each year to the old town centers of Germany's cities, such as Dresden, Munich, or Leipzig. Old buildings are also popular living spaces. High ceilings, plaster, renovated wood floors and doors, as well as windows with historic appeal, give these landmarks their special character to this date. The German government attaches special value to the preservation of these historic buildings. There are special subsidy programs and tax benefits available for the purchase and for the renovation of buildings subject to historic preservation. With regard to historic preservation, Sections 7i and 7h of the German Income Tax Act, the ESTG, stipulate that during the first year of completion and the next 7 years, the renovation and modernization costs can be deducted by 9% each year. A historic preservation deduction of up to 7% can be taken each year for the following 4 years. In addition, the depreciation for wear and tear, the AFA, offers the possibility to deduct acquisition and production costs from taxes. It permits deducting the value of the building, which is purchase price minus the land value, of 2% over a period of 50 years, if the building was constructed after 1925. For buildings constructed before 1925, 2.5% can be deducted annually over a period of 40 years. Today, everyone's talking about protecting the climate and sustainability. There are many approaches to energy-efficient construction, but which construction measures are best suited for which project? Which requirements does the state impose? Energy efficiency has long been an issue that is also being dealt with in the Bundestag and jointly by the EU. These forward-looking requirements have already been successfully implemented in construction projects of the German property group for years. The first version of the energy-saving decree, ENEV, to improve the ecological footprint of residential homes already took effect in 2002. The ENEV was made more stringent in 2014 and 16 so that the energy efficiency of residential homes should be significantly increased once more by 2020. The goal is to make climate-neutral residential homes standard by 2020. In order to make these requirements more feasible, the KfW funds various measures to increase the energy efficiency of residential homes. Particularly efficient listed buildings benefit from the attractive KfW subsidies. As a result, builders not only save energy costs long-term, but also cash with respect to the construction process itself. All houses meeting the requirements of a KfW efficiency house receive the subsidy. This means that the primary energy requirements of these houses is at just 55% of the legal prescribed value. Thanks to the close cooperation with competent energy consultants, this standard has already been integrated in the construction planning of all projects currently of the German property group. In new projects, even more efficient energy savings measures are planned, which in turn also means higher subsidies from the KfW. Leipzig is one of the wealthiest cities in Eastern Germany. The strong demographic development at low prices and a current high vacancy rate make for attractive offers to investors. Since the population growth is stronger than expected so far, the residential space in Leipzig will also be shown alongside high demand in the future. With internationally operating well-known companies such as Porsche, Siemens, BMW and DHL settling in the area, the economic center Leipzig enjoys a lasting appeal. Owing to the new state-of-the-art traffic infrastructure with a connection to the ICE routes Berlin-Munich and Dresden-Frankfurt am Main, and connections to motorways 9, 14 and 38, and with the international airport Leipzig-Halle, the city fulfills all criteria to emerge successfully from the competition to become an international location. Our second project report portrays, once again, the hotspot Leipzig. The property in the Georg-Schumann-Straße 316 is located in Leipzig's northern district, Waren. The building was erected around 1900 in the Art Nouveau style, contemporary at that time. Leipzig city center is only 5 kilometers away and can be reached easily with public transport by bus, tram, subway in just 15 minutes. All relevant shops and services providers such as pharmacies, banks, physicians and supermarkets can be found in the neighborhood. Leipzig's Auensee is just 500 meters away. Here you can let your mind wander in peace, close to the nature. The exemplary well-developed bicycle path network along the Lupe River takes you in just 50 minutes to the city center of Leipzig. In the multi-family home with historic staircases, facade restored true to the original, and numerous original elements or elements that have been reproduced true to the original in compliance with landmark protection, 9 condominium apartments with 2 to 3 rooms and sizes between 50 and 87 square meters were created. From each of the apartments on the ground floor, you have access to a private garden parcel. The apartments on the upper floors have been equipped with balconies or a roof terrace. The house and open areas belonging to the parcel were in a shabby condition before the complete renovation. The existing building fabric, too, was inspected closely with regard to the expected renovation expense. In result of the first inspection, it was certain that the existing line systems and installations had to be replaced completely. The valuable historic wooden staircases and the wall paintings in the staircase had to be preserved. They were restored and reinstated in compliance with official requirements. An inspection report regarding wood preservation discovered significant damages in the installed wood in the process. The cellar, the floors on the ground floor, and the roof had damages from wood pests, but they were restored quickly and professionally. The project was renovated according to the latest and most modern standards. We'll keep you up to date on a regular basis about Leipzig, one of the most interesting locations in Germany. That was the latest news of German property news. I see you next time around. See you then.